We did it. We finally did it. Boston has finally won the game, guys. We are now 1-3. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. We had to win this one. I know we have Tank FC. The fan base is currently divided between two sides of the fan base, right? We have Tank FC and we have the Boston Celtics. Like the Tank FC wants us to tank so we could get AJ their banter and Darren and Cam. But listen, man, especially that AJ their banter storyline, like we want it complete. I'm not gonna lie, because even me, 50-50, like 50% of me was on that tank side. I want a tank, you feel me? Hey, I'm in the A piece for 200k. Tommy Frost, Rainbow Face, Couple Fall Off. Ain't no way. I might be alright, but it ain't okay. AJ that bounce. I'm trying to see AJ in Boston, guys. You feel me? But the other 50% of me wants me to do well. And in my last video, I said this team is it's actually a good roster. Like, I feel like coming into the season, a lot of people, and us included as Celtics fans, I feel like a lot of us did really underestimate this team. We didn't really give a lot of credit to the new additions, to like actually looking at it from a bird's eye view. This team is actually kind of alright. I said it in the last video. I'm looking at the team like in the first 3 games of the season. I said, listen, I can't really crash out too much on the losses, right? Because I just feel like we play very well. I'm seeing glimpses of a good team. Like, it may not be the end result. Like, this isn't gonna be the end product of a championship team, but it's gonna be like a good transitioning squad, where we can see that some players may actually have kind of like a say in being in that next phase of Boston, in the next part of the recovery or rebuild, whatever you want to call it. This is actually a good squad. But let's actually break down the game, man. Let's actually break down the win. 1-2-2 to 90 to the Pelicans, bro. Or against the Pelicans, Jalen Brown actually didn't have that crazy of a game. 15 points, 9 boards, and like 6 assists. So it was all around. It was an alright game, in my opinion. It wasn't really good for Brown standards, but it wasn't really bad either. Especially like when the other guys were getting it going, you wouldn't want Brown to kind of force or jack up shots, right? So yeah, it wasn't stinky, but it wasn't great from his standards as well. But in my opinion, I think props has to go to Anthony Simons, guys. Like, I've been saying this throughout the off season, even in like the first initial videos, initial TV. You feel me? Even in like the first couple of videos, right? I was like, I'm actually loving this pickup. Like, he's a great pickup in a season where, is a transitioning season where we've given up a lot of our offensive weapons. We do need someone outside of Brown to kind of like generate buckets when we're kind of pressed against the wall. I think Anthony Simons is a good player, is a good enough player to kind of give you that offense, to kind of generate you that offense. He can help generate with the pull-up threes, with the transition and fast break points. He's actually a very quick player, That's one thing. Like, I've kind of understood that about him, but now watching him like playing for the Celtics and watching him 95% of the time, right, I've actually came to the conclusion, or like proper understanding. He's kind of quick. Like, he's actually kind of quick. He's a good finisher, very athletic player offensively. Yeah, and his defense isn't even that bad, guys. I think he could stay in front, or what I've seen of him, he's able to like hold his own or stay in front of his matchup, right? Obviously he's not Drew Holiday levels, but yeah, if you want to play for the Boston Celtics, you're gonna have to do that 3-and-D. You feel me? Like, he's gonna have to do the frees and the defense. You feel me? But I just feel like, yeah, he had a good game. He was instrumental in our win. Like, in that second half, sorry, he took over. Like, he was hitting threes. Like, them threes help us kind of pull away from the Pelicans, and which is what we need. Because again, Brown wasn't having it going in the game. So we needed someone to kind of help us generate offense. He was the guy. He stepped up, and he even kind of showed when JT in the post match was like, "That's the ant I know," because it's like we've kind of seen that in Portland. So we've kind of been waiting for him to do that in the Celtics uniform. I think that was the first proper time. Like that was his announcement game or like his introduction game. So very good game. But guys, the main theme of the last game was the rebounds. You can't win. It's gonna be difficult for you to win basketball games if you're not getting the boards. We failed to clean the boards last game. This game, oh my god, it's a completely different story. It was like Joe kind of flipped a switch onto the players, and the players themselves flipped that switch. Flicks, I should say, that switch, right? 58 boards to like 34. An amazing turnaround considering the last game. It was so frustrating to watch that Detroit game where we were just giving up boards. 54. Yeah, 54 rebounds to 35, right? 38 defensive boards and 16 offensive boards. And that also helped us to generate more second chance points, almost 10 compared to the Pelicans. So like the defensive, I mean not just the defensive rebounds, but like the rebounds in general, like us getting those extra possessions of offense, us getting, making sure that our stops that we're getting is actually like contributing. It was very, very good to see, guys. Very satisfying. And listen, I think the main cause of that was, I'm not trying to say that I'm some like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not trying to say that I'm some like, I don't know, future seer, like some Shanks, future vision, some Shanks observation hockey. I'm not trying to say I got that. But I low-key, if you looked at the last vid, I low-key said, this team is lacking the athleticism and the boards. But mainly like the athleticism, right? I low-key said that. I said that, tweaks may need to be made. Additions may need to be made. I feel like Missoula's listening to my videos, bro. Missoula, if you're watching my videos, you're a crazy guy, but I love you. You feel me? I love you, Joe. Hey. Because listen, why the hell? I literally said that we need athleticism in this team, bro. And then I think the best decision of that night was putting Josh Minot into the starting five, guys. I don't know what you guys think, but I was loving that. He brought energy into the into the starting five, into the team. Because giving him more minutes kind of allowed him to like play more. Do you guys think that helped contribute to like how we got more rebounds? Because I'm gonna kind of put it to that, because we were dying for athleticism. Because when you look at the Detroit game, they had athletes, bro. Guys just jumping, soaring in the air. Saul Thompson. Like, they had athletes in that game, bro, on that team. I was like watching that, and I'm like, with the roster we had, we are kind of lacking that. I was saying we need athleticism in the team. Josh Minot comes into the team, makes a difference. We win by 30, 32. Ain't a coincidence, guys. But yeah, I thought White had a decent game again. Nothing too special. Like, just as long as we have someone going offensively, whether that's Brown, Pritchard for a magical game, Simons, I don't really need White to be going crazy unless like we're playing, I don't know, a very offensive heavy team, like let's say offensive team, guys. I don't know. A team that has a lot of firepower. Maybe like the Lakers, because right now the Lakers, bro, Austin Reeves, with what he's doing, back-to-back 40, 50-point games, Imagine he's third option. Not to mention when LeBron and Luka comes back. Like, that's a lot of firepower they have. Rui Hachimura is playing well, So, for example, when we play a team like the Lakers, we're gonna need a couple of guys to step up and like possibly, you know, deliver numbers, right? So outside of that though, I don't really need White or Pritchard to be like, if someone's getting it going, right, I just kind of need them to be pulling their weights. Like their normal averages should be fine. They don't really need to be performing as beyond that, if you guys get what I'm saying, right? So I don't really need everyone going crazy, right? I just need, I like realistically, that's why I say Brown. If Brown could like go crazy, all I need is these guys to be pulling their weights. Derek White has been pulling his weight, so I can't really complain too much. But yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I'm just happy with one, guys, man. I know the Pelicans were without Zion, but if you ask me, in my opinion, even if they had Zion, we were gonna win that game, guys. I just felt like we were too good. We looked very good yesterday. In regards to the tanking situation, though, how do you guys feel about that, man? Because like I said earlier on, I'm split in half right now. I really want AJ, you know. I want AJ in Boston, but I'm not trying to see us suck. Like, I want to make the playoffs at the same time. Because I said I don't want to see Tatum, but if we do make the playoffs, don't count us out. You know, in the East, don't count. You can never count a team that has Tatum on it. That's what I'm gonna say. But hey, I enjoyed the win. You know, we needed that. We needed that because a 0-4 start is not good for the Boston Celtics, bro. So that's like the first time we lost 3 in a row since 2023, by the way. So it's 2 years. You can tell I haven't been used to it. I've just been used to seeing wins, bro. I wake up, win. You feel me? I take shit, win. If I eat, win. You feel me? So yeah, I need to see a win at least. First win of the season, guys.